Cheers and salutations, all you hip cool cats. My name is Kit. This is Americans Learn, and I'm going to ask you right now, give me the bread. Give me the bread now. Where the bread at? Put the bread on it. Let's put some bread on it. Where's the bread? Well, apparently we're going to have a lot of bread because fast food joints will be selling a whole lot of loaves. Breadgate. Why every fast food will be selling loaves by the fat electrician. Now, here's the thing, folks. The fat electrician actually commented on one of our videos, the Liquid Gate video, which is actually a lot of fun. He did a really good job giving them a proper shout out. Hashtag water is very heavy metal. It is death by water. After all, water is death. Water is also life. But there you go. You don't want to mess with water because water will screw you up. But we're talking about bread, though. So shout out to the fat electrician. And listen here, folks. All you hip, cool cats, the right thing to do, the one thing to do is please support the original content creator. I expect all of you to do it as a true Roman should. Because after all, we would not have bread without true Roman bread. But that's a different video subject altogether. However, let's find out why every fast food joint will be selling loaves by the fat electrician from the Fat Files. Bum, 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 bum. So, since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, and since I am also watching Unbiased History of Rome, grab some true Roman bread and let's find out what Breadgate is and how we could stop it. Maybe.
Mark my words, if this law goes into effect, every single fast food restaurant in the state of California will start selling loaves of bread.
Oh, it's a California thing. Okay, thank goodness. All right. And before anyone says, "Oh, you're one to talk," Chicago's got its problems. I know, but listen, California is a whole other animal altogether. Okay.
Today we're talking about blatant political corruption and Panera Bread, and once I start going down this rabbit hole, I'm not going to be able to stop, so we're going to go ahead and get the ad out of the way right now up front. Zaka Life Go Balm. It's made in the USA, 100% organic, full-spectrum CBD balm that you can put on any ache, any sprain, or athletic injury, and it's going to make it immediately feel better. This is one of the few times that I've actually approached a company to rep their product and not the other way around, because I actually use this stuff, okay? I'm 30, I'm fat, I've been doing construction for years, things hurt, this makes it not hurt. So if you're in the same boat as me, go ahead and...
Hey, listen, it's very important for do self-care. So well done to the fat electrician. Very good. You know, let's face it. You know, you gotta. He's 30. I'm 39. My joints are still good because you know we're chesty pullers finest after all. MARINES. That's the way you spell success. But seriously, self-care is key. All right. I expect all you hip cool cats to take good care of yourselves.
And give this stuff a try over at ZakaLife.com. Use the discount code FAT5 to save some money. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so here's what happened. The minimum wage in California is $16 an hour. The California state government is trying to pass a law that would make the minimum wage for fast food employees $20 an hour. Now, this law isn't designed to affect every restaurant in the state of California. It's specific for fast food chains, and a fast food chain is defined as any chain restaurant that has 60 or more locations nationwide, and those locations have a drive-through, or when they do have in-dining, there is zero table service, so like there's no waiter or waitress. Okay, so exactly what most people think of when they think of fast food. Now, there are some exemptions within the law, so
I'm not a fan of fast food. You know, there are some exceptions that I will make, but I think fast food is a problem that Americans are going to have to wipe clean from our cell. Okay? I get it. Hey, look, I'm one to talk to. I've been to fast food joints as well, but it's caused more harm than good. And I get it. Hey, look, you know, I really don't know how to solve the problem, but we have to eat better. And I paused at a perfect time where he's like, dude, don't interrupt me. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Self-care is key, folks. Sometimes you don't want to have that McDonald's. I get it, though.
Hypothetically, say you took a major chain restaurant like a McDonald's or a Wendy's, an individual restaurant could be exempt from this new minimum wage if that restaurant is inside of an airport, inside of a hotel, inside of an event center, a theme park, a public or private museum, a gambling establishment, or is considered a concession stand, or that restaurant is located on state-owned land. They would no longer have to pay that $20 minimum wage. Now, right off the bat, most of those seem pretty okay, except for that last one about state-owned land. It seems like the government's just basically coming out and saying, hey, everybody has to pay this new minimum wage unless it's a restaurant that we own, in which case we don't have to abide by our own rules. Essentially saying the quiet part out loud of, hey, the government's here to make sure nobody fucks you except for them. But I mean, let's...
Now, up the wazoo. It's the romance story for the ages. Up the wazoo.
Let's face it, that's pretty much just how it's always been. It's probably how it's always gonna be. Now, this bill makes it all the way through the state government. It's in its final stages. And then at the last moment, somebody adds an additional exemption. And that exemption is that a restaurant is no longer required to pay that minimum wage if they also sell bread as a standalone item, which I think we can all agree is kind of a weird exemption. I mean, off the top of my head, that would pretty much only apply to Panera Bread. At this point, Bloomberg puts two and two together and they're like, hey, you know who owns a bunch of Panera Breads in the state of California? Governor Newsom's friend. They went to the same high school. They've done business together.
Ah, that creepy vampire guy. Aye. Hey, to our viewing audience for Americans Learn, what's it like living in the great state of California? If you've escaped, tell us about your great escape. Regale us of your tales of victory and how you got out. Tell me. But also, man, Gavin Newsom looks like a vampire. And the DNC convention is going to be here in Chicago. Hopefully history doesn't repeat itself and we don't have a 1968 moment. But, you never know. This is Chicago, after all, and anything can happen in the Windy City. If I make it out alive, I'll let you all know. If I'm deceased, avenge death.
Together in the past. He even donated like $160,000 to Governor Newsom's campaign recently. So now Gavin Newsom's taking a bunch of heat for potential political corruption, and he's not just taking it from like Republicans because he's a Democrat. No, he's getting it from all sides because it's so fucking obvious that it's political corruption.
Yes.
I mean, he's a Democrat and he got called out by Bloomberg, for fuck's sake. So first, the news outlets ask him, they're
like, great. I love it. I love that the corporate media, I love it that they're all just cannibalizing on each other. Break the corporate system. Down with the neoliberal system. Anyways, hold on. I want to go on a tangent, but anyways, yeah. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of good old Newsom here. Okay? The guy is not human. I hold true to that theory. He ain't human. I mean, come on. Have you seen our politicians? Even Mitch McConnell's like a statue. He stares. Just stares. They ain't human. I seriously think They Live was a warning, okay? All I need to do is get some sunglasses on.
like, why did this bread exemption get added in the first place? To which he basically responded, it was part of the sausage making process for the bill, and provided no more explanation. And then when the interviewer came out and just straight up asked him, like, don't you think it's a little bit weird that everybody has to pay a $20 minimum wage except for Gavin Newsom's friend? Gavin Newsom said, no, that's not true, because we never talked about it.
It's a friend of Gavin Newsom who doesn't have to pay the $20 an hour minimum wage.
But it turns out, A, it's not true. He never talked to me about it, period, full stop.
Do you understand the gravity of what that
excuse
dude
me,
just said?
sir, that is corrupt. You know what? Here's the thing. That's why I'm kind of proud of our corrupt Chicago politicians, because even they know when to shut up. Well, no, they don't. We had this one alderman. Like, okay, his friends were ratting him out because he was getting wiretapped by the FBI, and he inherited his seat from his father, right? And so that means this family, this politician's family was in charge of this one aldermanic seat for 75 years. And like anytime like he was supposed to get like money payment delivered in, like the wiretaps, like the code word for it was the tuna delivered? Or did you get the tuna? But also this big brain politician, he tried to shake down Burger King. I'm not going to hold back the name. The guy was Burke, Alderman Burke, right? And no, you think I'm joking around here. He tried to shake down Burger King. No, literally, he tried to shake down Burger King, right? He was trying to twist Burger King's arm, which is like, it's the big fish in a small pond trying to take on an orca, all right? A killer whale, okay? And it just reminds me, because I was reading this in the newspaper. My family, we were going to get a big kick out of it, right? It reminded me of that scene from Sopranos season 1 when I forget the two characters. They went to like this Starbucks like kind of restaurant, and they were like, "Yeah, we're part of the Merchants Guild here for protection, right?" And it eventually became clear to the store manager or whatever, like they were trying to shake him down. He's like, hey, look, man, they're going to replace me as somebody else. They got 6,000 locations nationwide. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but if you do something to me, they're probably not going to give a damn. And what did those two Italian mafiosos do? They bought some coffee and bagels. They walked out, and one looked back and sadly said, it's the end for the little guy in America. No, but we had an alderman trying to shake down Burger King. He tried to shake. You think I'm. Hey, listen, if you think I'm lying to you, go ahead, type. Write in Chicago alderman, right? Trying to shake down Burger King. You got the Library of Alexandria at your fingertips. And say, hey, Kit Kat, you're lying. Oh, no, I am not. It's just another day with Chicago politics. We make Rome blush with envy of how much corruption we have here.
Said he basically got caught red-handed giving a political favor to a buddy, and then when he was directly asked about it, he said, I'm not doing political favors for my friend, and I know that because my friend and I never talked about it. This man is literally trying to gaslight people into thinking they don't know how friendships work. Like, yeah, obviously, me and my friends have never had a direct conversation about not kicking each other in the dick, but also, we're not gonna go kick each other in the dick because we all know we're friends. And you wanna know what's gonna happen? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is gonna happen because Newsom is a politician, and politicians get away with absolutely everything. It's not a Republican thing. It's not a Democrat thing. It's if you're in the politician club, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want and you'll never get in trouble. I mean, there are both Republican and Democrat politicians at the federal level right now that supposedly are better stock market.
Yes, that's from Unusual Whales. I love that Twitter account. Fan fuck. This is great. This is awesome. Hey, he's got another subscriber. He's got another subscriber now. I mean, I'm going to subscribe on all my other accounts, man. The fact that he's referencing Unusual Whales, magnifique. And look who's there. There's row your boat, Ro Khanna. There's old hagbag Nancy Pelosi eating her ice cream. You got Mark Green. Who else we got here? Den Crenshaw. MTG, Margin Taylor Green. You know me. Who else we got here? We got Doug Lamborn. What a stupid name. Morgan McGarvey, that's a dumb name. I'm Dan Sullivan, and I'm a douchebag. There you go. Brian Higgins. Look at that guy. Mark Green. Oh, yeah, he's green with the money. I hate all these people. You know what? I'm not even calling people. They're politicians. I refuse to acknowledge them as people.
Market investors than fucking Warren Buffett, but they didn't get that good at stock trading until after they became politicians and had access to insider information, but they would never use that insider information. Never. Not once.
Never.
Ah!
Politicians get to get away with that. Meanwhile, I'm
Should have gave a warning about it before I had to see that old hag bag. What? I'm not being mean here. She's a vile human being.
over here getting $120 tickets because the window tint on my car is apparently too dark, even though that's the exact same tint that came on it from the fucking factory. And that's not even the worst part. Like, am I frustrated about blatant political corruption? Yeah, but I see it so much, so often, I'm basically desensitized to it at this point. The most frustrating part of this particular Breadgate incident is that it just highlights that politicians have absolutely no understanding of cause and effect. Seriously, I've got a 3-year-old that can put a 4-piece puzzle together, and I'm willing to bet a significant portion of these politicians can't. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to show you. Let's do a thought experiment together. McDonald's has come out and said that this new minimum wage increase is going to cost McDonald's $250,000 a year per location. Okay, let's pull up Google. How many McDonald's are in the state of California? 1,224. Okay, multiply that by $250,000. That's $306 million a year. Okay, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Because I'm trying to tell you that the California state government is about to put McDonald's in a situation where McDonald's can A, pay $306 million, or they can B, figure out how to bake a fucking loaf of bread inside their restaurant every day. Which one do you think McDonald's, aka one of the most successful capitalist endeavors ever, is gonna take? Okay? Every fucking McDonald's in California is gonna have an easy bake.
They're gonna make loaves, and it's gonna be riddled with sugar, making us fatter and dumber. You think I'm joking? But no. So I think it's part of a conspiracy. The aliens are trying to fatten us up. I mean, it's Oh my goodness, we got it. The aliens are trying to fatten us up. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, they're trying to fatten us up.
Oven on the front desk, and they're gonna bake a single fucking loaf of bread every day, and now they don't have to pay the new minimum wage because politicians are this fucking stupid. And then not only is McDonald's gonna sidestep the entire minimum wage, they're also gonna charge $1,000 for that loaf of bread because they fucking can. It's gonna turn it into an internet meme, which is gonna give them free marketing. And you know what? Some people are still gonna buy the $1,000 loaf of bread just to say they did it. Remember when Szechuan dipping sauce for McNuggets was selling for $15,000 on eBay? Yeah, that's also gonna happen. And remember, it's not just McDonald's that's gonna be doing this. It's gonna be every fast food chain in the entire state because all they have to do is bake a couple loaves of bread and save hundreds of millions of dollars a year. That's probably what they're gonna do. And it's like, at least with the political corruption, I can understand it. Like, I don't approve of it. I'm not a fan, but I can understand the notion that somebody's willing to break the law and fuck other people over for financial gain. I don't like it, but I can understand it. I, for the life of me, cannot wrap my head around the concept of a politician, somebody that's in charge of the rules of society, not having the mental capacity to understand the simple logic of, if I do this, they'll do that. How in the fuck is that a thing? It's like
They were never that smart to begin with, man. Just like with prohibition, you know. They made alcohol illegal. They didn't think that people would go. They didn't think people would do anything they could to get that booze. I mean, I watched that Okay, just gonna bring up that Ken Burns documentary. Okay, now look, Ken Burns is whatever, right? But I saw his documentary on prohibition once, right? And there was a segment where, as soon as prohibition took effect, they were talking about pairing Italian foods with different drinks that were not wines. I looked at that list and I said that that's sacrilegious and I'd have to go to jail right away because there's no way I am eating fine Italian meals without some wine. Okay? Okay? Look. Hey, I mean, if I'm a criminal, Alphonse Capone, I'd like to help you with your legitimate milk business. Alphonse Capone didn't do anything wrong. All right? F the IRS.
they're in a Three Stooges movie and they stop, look at the rake, and then step on it and smack themselves in the face anyways. I don't understand. There's truly nothing the government cannot mess up. They mess up absolutely everything they get anywhere near touching, and it has the weirdest ramifications on the planet. In the 1940s, the government bolstered the dairy industry because they wanted to be able to buy more ice cream for the Navy during World War II, and now there's 7 billion pounds of cheese in an underground cave network in Missouri. In the 1960s,
that's a lot of cheddar. See, I saw somebody say that joke, and I decided to use it.
JFK and Lyndon B. Johnson tried to incentivize Germans to buy more American chicken, and now for some reason I'm not allowed to own a Toyota Hilux. And now it's looking like the California state government tried to raise the minimum wage for fast food workers and somehow didn't do that, but inadvertently made every fast food restaurant in the state sell loaves of bread. So in conclusion, I guess we'll just focus on the small silver lining of this entire story, and that is that pretty much every news outlet, left-leaning or not, has decided to call out a corrupt politician, and we need more of that in the world. Quit playing party politics where you defend somebody just because they have your same political beliefs or they're on your side, and call out corruption when you see it, whether they're supposed to be on your team or not. That's exactly how the world should be, and I think it's great journalism. So if that's your guys' news outlet and you were part of that, kudos. I appreciate it, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Whack, bang, out.
Ow! There we go.
And I am going to go figure out how to untint the windows in my fucking car.
Now there's also the Aldi. Now look, Aldi's pretty good, but Costco's number one. There you go. All right. So what have we learned here? We learned a couple of things here. First of all, politicians are not and should not be defined as humans. I think they are the scum of the earth, and the fact that they're doing insider trading all the while the rest of us struggle day in, day out. And even if any of you did even a fraction of what they did through insider trading, you won't be dead. It's just no one will find you for a long time. Check out Unusual Whales on Twitter. They have done a phenomenal job breaking down what your oh-so fantastic lawmakers are doing, both Democrat and Republican. But that's a story for another day. Fast food restaurants selling loaves of bread. It will be riddled with sugar, and it will make you fat so the aliens can feast on you. I mean, yeah. And politicians being corrupt, yeah, always happens. So just try and be good. Be best. I'm quoting Melania Trump here. Be best. Be lovely. Be awesome, as you should. And be sure to support the Fat Electrician. Follow him on all social medias and follow him on every single thing right there. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I promise, things are going to get better. We might crash into port, but we're good times are around the corner. Just not around that corner, but we'll get there. I promise. I just won't give you a date when that's going to happen. But good times are coming again. Just hold on tight, okay? Just don't let go. Be a true Roman and don't let go.